about fiber. And a little bit about fiber. We'll continue talking about fats, and I know we're digressing here a lot, but there's so much good stuff to talk about. You know, we talk about fiber a lot, and when we talk about fiber, most people will think of what's called insoluble fiber, wires, if you will, the kind of wires that are in celery stalks, or hard fiber that's in seeds. But there's another kind of fiber. It's called soluble fiber. That's an invisible fiber. Invisible when you put it into liquid anyway. You put it into liquid, it just goes right into the liquid. And that's a little bit different. It has different characteristics than the insoluble kind of fiber. The insoluble kind of fiber is the kind of fiber that bacteria will react to or react upon to create butyric acid and other short-chain fatty acids. But there's actually a third kind of fiber that you don't hear people talking about a lot. It goes by the name resistant starch. Resistant starch is kind of like a soluble fiber. It's a type of starch that is indigestible, and it turns out that this resistant starch may play a role in the formation of these short-chain fatty acids in the large intestine. We'll talk about resistant starch and butyric acid and ketones, the ketogenic diet. That's related as well. And as it turns out, butyric acid is also involved in some of the benefits that are associated with intermittent fasting. We'll talk about that tomorrow, and on our next Bright Side episode, and then we'll continue talking about nitrates and some of the ways that you can build nitrates using amino acids. That'll be in the coming episodes on the Bright Side. Right now, time to hit our phones, 844-236-6010. Welcome, Rose. What's up, Rose?
Hi, Ben. I just wanted to let you know Stephen is going to have to go to see today, which we have to, we hate to have to do this, but we have to go and see a doctor. So he looks at his eye's kind of red. And so what I'll do is I'll call you back, okay?
Yeah, call me back. Call me back or send me, give me a shout. And I know I owe you a phone call. I've been meaning to call you. You're on my list here.
Okay, that I really need to hear. But I wanted to ask you, I had a concern. One thing, and not for today, because I know you're limited by time with this.
I am, and I got a bunch of calls I want to get to. So see if
please let us in the future, like you did yesterday, different recipes that you follow, and it will make interesting the journey of us, trying to transition. And another thing, when it comes, this is the last thing, the plastic. We got something the other day, some kind of enzymes. And it had a plastic, and it troubles me because, like Whole Food and Trader Joe's, they have like the coconut oil. It comes in a clear.
It's like a plastic jar.
Well, Trader Joe's, I think, is a glass, but it's not dark, and you know that.
But coconut oil is stable. It's one of the things you always want your oils in a dark jar or dark bottle. But coconut oil is less important. Rose, I'm going to let you go here. I want to get some calls, okay? And then call me later. Okay, I'll continue.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll answer your question, and then I'll take some more calls. You want your fats typically in a dark bottle. You want them in the refrigerator, and you want them fresh. Coconut oil, because it's stable, you can get away with it a little bit. But under ideal circumstances, probably it's a good idea to keep it in a dark bottle. And glass is always better than plastic. Plastic will leach, especially into oils. Of course, plastic's cheaper. It's cheaper to ship. It's cheaper to make. So most retailers and most manufacturers won't use glass. If you really want to do it right, you probably do want to use glass. That's a point well taken. Thanks so much for your call, Rose. Appreciate it. You know what? I just hung up. I apologize if I hung up on you, whoever I hung up on. Richard in Texas, what's going on? Real quick, buddy. I only got a couple of minutes for you.
Hi, Ben. Yeah, I wanted to ask you if you're aware of Dr. Jennifer Daniels. She is phenomenal, and her views on standard medicine and that sort of thing. I just want to throw her name out.
Is she an MD? What kind of doctor?
Yeah. She grew up in a ghetto. She financed her way very hardly through Harvard and all kinds of medical schools, got into the medical profession, and was so disappointed at the lack of healing that occurred. And she was prescribing nutritional things and off the chart for standard medical care type.
I'm gonna. You know what? I appreciate you telling me that. I have not heard of her. I'm gonna be a little skeptical and suspicious. I'll take your word for it, and I'll do a little bit of research. But if she's got an MD after her name, I'm suspicious. Now that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep an open mind, though. I appreciate you bringing that up to me. And I do have one of her books, actually, Dr. Daniels. She's an African American gal, right?
Yes, she is, and she
I
lost
actually-
her license because of her practice. And
I remember. I did
she's
read
in
it.
Panama now.
I did read some of her stuff, and I actually have an audio CD of hers or a radio interview of hers, actually. And I don't remember, for some reason I had a problem with it. I don't remember what it was. Let me look into that, and I'll have a comment on that in the next couple of days, because I do know who you're talking about. She went to Harvard, I believe, didn't she? She went to some Ivy League.
She did, and other schools, and but she just got so frustrated. She could heal people, but she wasn't allowed.
I remember reading her, but
she
still was a doctor, as I recall, and she still was about medicine. But I'm going to keep an open mind on that because.
No, I think you'll find she's not about that any longer. She's living in Panama and practicing natural medicine down there, and I think you'd appreciate her very much. My question today, Ben.
I'm grateful for you bringing that up. Thank you. Go ahead, real quick, Richard. What's your question?
My question is about the magnesium stearate that's included in so many supplements. I take my supplements mostly out of the capsule into a smoothie. But, there's still magnesium stearate in there. And
let me ask you a question, Richard, because I know a lot about magnesium stearate. I've been formulating for many years, and magnesium stearate is a formulation aid. So I'm just curious, what is your take on it as a layperson? I assume you're not a medical person or a chemist or anything, but as a layperson, what is your take on magnesium stearate?
Well, I've heard good and bad things about it. I haven't researched it deeply, and I figured I'd just ask you to.
Well, off the top of your head, what do you think it is?
I am concerned that it's not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good enough. I was just curious. So magnesium stearate is magnesium with stearic acid. Stearic acid is a fatty acid. It's a long-chain fatty acid. It's a very stable fatty acid, and it's used in pills in the tableting process because it helps make tablets. And when you're making a pill, it's a complicated process. Believe it or not, it is very complex. It's a very complicated issue to make a tablet that dissolves at just the right rate, that contains just the right amount of medicine, that holds.
Capsules as well.
It's in capsules as well because it's a flow agent. It helps in the encapsulation process. It helps the active material and all the other flow through the machines into the capsules. It's used in the processing of medicine, tablets and capsules, maybe even sometimes powdered stuff. It's not a problem, though. It's magnesium and it's stearate, and I'm not sure why people think it's a problem, because all it is magnesium and stearic acid. Now, it's not a great thing to have a lot of stearic acid in a processed product, but it's not necessarily the end of the world, especially considering that you're getting such a tiny, tiny amount of it. There's a lot worse things to worry about, Richard. And in terms of its necessity, if you're going to get a tablet and a capsule, and you're going to make a tablet and capsule, and you're going to get nutritional value out of or medicinal value out of a tablet and capsule, you got to have these flow agents and these binding agents and these things that allow you to have a tablet and capsule. And magnesium stearate is one of them, and there's a heck of a lot worse things than magnesium and stearic acid. Thanks for your call, Richard. Appreciate it. Thanks for bringing Dr. Daniels to my attention. I really appreciate it. Hey, Bruce, I'm going to see if I can get you in the beginning of our next segment, so hang tight. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We're coming back with Sonia Satar right after this break. Don't go away.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Block-It Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockItPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockItPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockItPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Are you hungry for delicious, nutritious, rich, and satisfying home-cooked meals? Discover the Vita Clay 4-in-1 Smart Organic Cooker. Unglazed Zisha Clay, an ancient secret that makes this fast multi-cooker so special. Infusing your food with incredible flavors, perfect texture, vitamins, and minerals for your good health. It's a slow cooker, rice cooker, a steamer, plus a yogurt maker. Go to VitaClayChef.com and enter promo code RADIO20 for 20% off at checkout. That's VitaClayChef.com.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufactured manufacturers. If you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective. A little right, a little left, but always independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
All right, we are back on the bright side. Pharmacist Ben here. Thanks for joining us. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. You'll find a shopping cart up with all the longevity products. Or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470 and order directly from them, or join the Brightside Ben team directly by calling 866-735-2470. Okay, I am thrilled to have our next guest on. She's a former actress. I don't know if she's still an actress, but she was on The Guiding Light and One Life to Live. And now she does motivation. As you guys know, if you've been listening to this program for a while, it's not just a health program, it's a motivational program. I want to motivate you. I want to get things going. I want to get things moving. I got into motivational ideas and so-called self-help many years ago. I got depressed when I was in my late 20s. I started listening to motivational speakers and self-help. I started reading self-help and got myself involved in the culture of motivation and self-help, and it changed my life in such a dramatic way. I decided I wanted to dedicate my life to helping other people be motivated and understand how self-help works. So I'm really thrilled to bring my next guest on. As I say, she's a former actress, but now she's developed a program that combines exercise with motivation, which is really kind of a no-brainer when you think about it. But for some reason, nobody's ever really done it. And she does it in this really interesting and creative way, and I'm going to let her tell you all about it. Her name's Sonia